Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Oh, that was lovely. So welcome everyone to Shabbat Shalom. Welcome everyone to Shabbat Shalom. That's not a sentence. Welcome everyone. It is so good to be together. We have people here in the sanctuary. We have people at home. Those of us in the sanctuary have kind of gotten trained to watch Jacob Rogers, who is not on screen, our tech person, because he counts us down to when we come to be with those of you at home.
Right.
And there's this like 10-second silence, and we're all talking, enjoying each other, and then it goes silent.
And then the hand goes up.
It's sort of like being in a classroom.
I was thinking of Times Square on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yes. Times Square.
That's where I'd rather
be.
be.
But it's not New Year's Eve, it's the countdown to Shabbat.
That's right.
So, but we all need that countdown to Shabbat, the countdown to when we can take those deep breaths and release the week. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Let's take a deep breath in. Feels so good. And one more breath in, and then when we release, we're going to let go of the week. And with this last breath in, we're going to breathe in deeply, breathing in that sweetness that is Shabbat, that sweet spice that can only happen on Shabbat. Amazing. So now we're going to turn to our opening song, Boi Kala, which I forgot to look at the page, and my prayer book is not here. So Boi Kala is
Somewhere around page 10-ish.
somewhere usually around page 10. It's about welcoming the Sabbath bride. Our ancient rabbis imagined that Shabbat was like welcoming a beautiful bride, and that we, the Israelites, the Jews, were going to meet this beautiful bride. And it is a popular song for Shabbat, but also a popular song that is sung at Jewish summer camp.
Oh, yeah.
So why am I talking about Jewish summer camp in the middle of November? Because next Friday, we are all in for an extraordinary treat. Next Friday is summer camp Shabbat. We will be really welcomed by 3 camp directors, a camp director from Camp Wise, camp director from Creative Arts Academy, which is one of the Reform Movement camps that is going to talk about all of the specialty camps in the Reform Movement. She represents the Arts Academy, but there's a sci-tech camp and also a sports camp, and also Goldman Union Camp Institute out of Indiana. And they're going to come and talk about camp, and our kids that go to Jewish summer camp are going to lead the service. And Deb is going to lead us in summer camp music. So there's really...
Not this week, next week.
This is next week. Don't get too excited yet. This is all next week. So if you want to know why Jewish summer camp is magical, come and take a little peek into what makes Jewish summers extraordinary by coming to services next Friday. In the meantime, here's a little teaser.
Yeah.
Boi Kala.
So Boi Kala is from the prayer Lecha Dodi, and it is welcoming the Sabbath bride. So the words are, and did anybody find it in the book yet? No? Okay. The words are Boi Kala. Repeat after me. Boi Kala.
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 Ooh, I tricked you on the fourth one. All right, so we repeat that twice. Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala. Now you try. Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala, Boi Kala. All right, very good. And then it's Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala, Panei Shabbat, Neka Bela. Now you. I didn't think you would. Okay. The word is nekabla, but it's kind of spread out like that. So let's try a little bit of it. All right. And then we'll add a little music. It goes like this. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Now you try. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Good. And then the Lecha Dodi part goes. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. See, we did all those ahs, right? All right, so now we're going to do it with a little backup. Here we go. Here we go. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. One more time. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala, bowie kala. So that's your teaser for next week.
Thank you, Deb. So we turn now to kindle our Shabbat candles and offer kiddush. Please turn to page 3. O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Help us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who enter the sanctuary in need, all who bring the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, shel Shabbat.
Pages 4 and 5. The heaven and earth were finished in all their array. On the seventh day, God finished the work that God had been doing, and God stopped on the seventh day from all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because on that day God ceased from all the work of creation that God had done.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, b'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת Ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim ve'shabbat kodecha be'ava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. L'chaim.
Hi. Our opening reading is not found in your prayer book. For those at home, you are lucky enough to see it on your slides. It is from a poem by an author named Devin Spear. On this page, in this heart, on this feed, fear is okay here, hurt is okay here, hope is okay here, relief is okay here. You are okay here too. Even if you are not okay, we are and can be here together. Thank you for being here as you are in this moment. Amen.
Amen.
We continue with the Baruch Hu, our call to worship. It's found on page 28. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam vaed.
We continue on page 31, Mariv Aravim. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Please read with me. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 34 and 35, we sing the Shema together.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Me'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavcha hayom al levavecha Veshinantam levanecha vedibata bam beshivtecha bevetecha uvlechtecha vaderech uvshochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beinenecha Uchtavtam hamezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ve'asitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem Me'eretz Mitzrayim, liot lachem lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem.
We turn to page 40, Michamocha. Michamocha is our song of freedom. Exodus 15, the Israelites have just crossed the Red Sea, and Pharaoh and his soldiers are no longer pursuing, and they realize we are no longer slaves. And so they begin to sing and dance and celebrate their freedom. And we continue with this. We continue to sing our freedom, recognizing that when we remember our freedom, we can then celebrate and push for everyone's freedom as well. Page 40.
Mocha ba'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedar ba'kodesh. Mika mocha ba'elim Adonai, Mika mocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef ele, Nora tehilot osef ele, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Malchutecha ra'u v'necha, bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam. Ze Elianu ve'amru, Ze Elianu ve'ameru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai, Yai lai 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 lai.
Page 42. Hashkivenu is essentially a lullaby. It is asking God to be with us as the day ends, to offer us protection throughout the night. Years and years and years ago, before there was electricity and before there were cell phones, nighttime was terrifying. It was the time when so much could go wrong. And so we asked for God to provide for us a sukkot shalom, a shelter of peace. Really, it was physical peace, physical protection. Now we ask for spiritual protection. The words on page 42 are not the exact words that we'll sing, but they really provide the spiritual inspiration and interpretation, and many of us know the song. Those of you at home have the benefit of having the exact words that we'll sing.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Lehamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Amen.
Page 44, Vishamru. Vishamru is a celebration of Shabbat. We're already here, and this song is a reminder of we should honor Shabbat, and we should be so joyful that it's here. And so, Deb, I'm stalling so you can finish your water. And we should celebrate with Vishamru.
I think so, and I think this particular melody, I was in the mood for this tonight. I don't know if you need a little bit of a jump start to enjoy your Shabbat, so let's do the Rothblum melody tonight. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. One more time, Veshamru. Oh no, there's one more. I told you to go one more time, we did. This is Uvayom Hashvi'i Shavat Vayinafash. I was so excited about singing it one more time. Now we get it two more times. B'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. It's nights like this when I miss being able to correct myself on the keyboard. So.
I'm still in awe of your iPad emitting all of those back.
I stuffed it full.
Yes. We turn to page 46 for the tefillah. We think of this page, this slide that you're seeing, Adonai tzivatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. As a prayer, it's really more of setting an intention. It's more maybe even a mantra, helping us to reset ourselves in the middle of the service where maybe we get a little bit lost, so that we can enter into this next rubric, this next section of prayers, which our rabbis felt was one of the most important section of prayers. It's called the Tefillah or the Amidah. They're interchangeable titles. The prayer, or Amidah, means standing, tells you how important it is. The first prayer that we'll chant is Avot v'Imahot. It's our forefathers and foremothers. We remember upon whose shoulders we stand, God's greatness and then the sanctity of this day. We'll chant straight through 46, 48, 50, and 52. Please rise.
Adonai sepatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagipor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekone HaKol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava. Melech Hozer Humoshia Humagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav leHoshia. Mechalkel Chayim bechesed, Mechaye HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofeh cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, melech memit umechayeh, Umatmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. It's really special to me, Deb and I have not talked about this, to see the slow grow of people feeling safe and comfortable returning to the sanctuary. There were so many months where we were on Zoom, a year or more, and then when Deb and I were alone in the sanctuary. And so I want to just take a moment to ask you if you feel comfortable to turn to someone, whether the person you're with or someone you haven't met before, and just say Shabbat Shalom and tell them something that was lovely or meaningful or nice about your week. And you are welcome to get up and move around a little bit.
And if you are at home, I invite you to do that with the person next to you, or feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat.
Yes.
I always cherish looking at those chats afterwards. We're thinking about you and wishing you Shabbat Shalom as well.
And now we are going to sing Shalom Rav, which is found on page 60.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom, shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Betov be'einecha Amcha Yisrael bechol eit uvechol shah bishlomecha. Shalom rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam.
We turn now in our service to thinking about those who are dear to us, whether they are family members or close to us, who are in need of healing. Our healing prayer can be found on page 253. There are so many whom we love who are in need of healing, whether it be physical healing, spiritual healing, healing from mental illness. There is so many ways that we need healing in our lives. And so as my hand passes over the congregation, I invite you to share aloud the names of loved ones who are in need of healing. And I invite you at home to put into the chat, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube or on our website, to lift up in the chat those whom you love who are in need of healing at this time.
Jane, Michael, Tom, and Jill.
We join together in healing song.
Of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We take a few moments for silent prayer and reflection.
Of my mouth
of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer.
I've been giving some thoughts to dreams because we're in that section of Genesis where there are a couple of dreams that are really highlighted and are prominent. So I think, do you remember your dreams, and are dreams manifestations of wishes or anxieties, and which dreams do we remember? Happy dreams or nightmares? Some people keep dream journals because we can learn our deepest thoughts from them. There are whole schools of therapy that encourage us to journal our dreams. In this week's Torah portion, our patriarch Jacob has a really powerful dream, and we're witness to its effect upon him. So to set the stage, Jacob has stolen his twin Esau's birthright. Esau, deservedly, is pretty angry with him, and so Jacob flees to escape from Esau's wrath. Esau has threatened to kill Jacob. So, it's a good reason to flee. And Jacob flees and is leaving, and so he's just wandering, really, and night has fallen. And he's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so Jacob has to rest. There's no flashlights, right? So he has to rest. And he just stops wherever he is. There's no town, there's no campsite. He's just in the middle. So he lays down and he rests his head upon a rock, because that's exactly what you would consider to be a pillow, but that's what he does. So he rests his head upon a rock and he goes to sleep. Rabbi Alexandra Klein teaches that a rock, quote, seems a fitting accompaniment for a head heavy with loneliness and fear. As he sleeps, Jacob's dreams are vivid. He dreams not a nightmare, but of a ladder connecting heaven and earth, with angels traveling up and then down the rungs. In the dream, God says to Jacob, I am the God of your grandfather Abraham and the God of your father Isaac. Behold, Anochi imach, I am with you. Lo e'ezavcha, I will not abandon you. What a dream. What a dream. We're all familiar with Jacob's ladder, but those words, Anochi imach, and I will not abandon you. What would it be like to wake up from such a dream? Would you try to linger in it, hold on to it a little bit longer? Would you be inspired, or would you be afraid? Jacob's response, he wakes up and he says, God was in this place and I did not know. And he quickly gets up and names his little humble campsite, Beth-El, Beit-El. This is the house of God. And he pours oil on the stone that was his pillow and consecrates this site. And then he asks for God's protection, and he continues on his way. The dream is confusing. I can imagine he's walking on his way and pondering this dream. Why would angels be going up the ladder to heaven, to the heavens? Shouldn't they be coming down the ladder? And what would it mean for God to be there for Jacob? I mean, it's not like the dream promises to calm Esau's rage or gives Jacob some magic code for safety. So let's look at the text for some hints. Soon after he continues walking, he meets some shepherds. I guess that's not so unusual. And then he meets Rachel. The text reads, Jacob helps to give water to Rachel's flock, and then Vayisak Yaakov l'Rachel, Vayisa et kolo vayeavek. Jacob and Rachel kissed, and then Jacob lifted up his voice and wept. Why did Jacob cry? Was the kiss that great? Commentators teach that it is because in this moment that Jacob learned that God's divine presence could be known through human connection. God is with him through Rachel, through relationship, through connection. Jacob thought of his dream, the messengers going up and down the ladder. God is reminding us that we are endowed with divine ability to reach out and lift another person out of fear, pain, or loneliness. Jacob first learned that God was in every place through the dream. That's why he consecrated that site, Beit El. God was in this place. And then, when he met Rachel, he learned that God was never going to abandon him because God was in relationships, in our holy connections. This is how God was with him in all places, and God wouldn't abandon him because God was with him through relationships. So we may not remember our dreams, and if we do, they're not likely to have angels ascending or descending. And if you have one of those dreams, come and tell me. Even so, we know that the lesson that Jacob learned from these experiences are so valuable and so holy. We learn that any space, any place can be holy, and relationships too can be sacred. May we, like Jacob, become open to these experiences so that we can say, God was in this place, and I did not know, but now I do. Shabbat Shalom. So the song that Deb is going to sing is from Dan Nichols, very popular contemporary Jewish musician, and it is about Jacob and dreams and how we wrestle with ourselves.
It is, and he takes a slightly different look, actually, at some of the same stuff that you did, so you'll hear some of it in the song as well. Sorry, hang on one sec. Sometimes I record things at different levels, and then we can't all hear them. All right. One more try. Sorry. If there ever was somebody who saw right into me, it was you. You were right. I step that I retrace leads me back to you. If there ever was somebody who saw right into me, it was you. With the desert in my mouth, I tried hard to shape the words for everything I'd seen here and everything I'd heard. Exhausted and depressed, I laid my head against a stone. The monsters of my ego thought I was all alone. You were in this place I never even knew. Now every step that I retrace leads me back to you. If there ever was somebody who saw right into me, it was you. And if there ever was somebody who knew all about me, it was you. And if there ever was somebody who saw right into me, it was you. It was you. It was you. It was you. It was you.
Thank you. We turn now to Aleinu, which can be found on page 283. Am I forgetting something? No.
I don't think so.
Okay, page 283. Please rise in body or in spirit. I did. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heavens and established the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Our memorial meditation is not found in your prayer book. It's called To One in Sorrow by Grace Noel Crowell. To one in sorrow, let me come in where you are weeping, friend, and let me take your hand. I, who have known a sorrow such as yours, can understand. Let me come in. I would be very still beside you in your grief. I would not bid you cease your weeping, friend. Tears can bring relief. Let me come in. I would only breathe a prayer and hold your hand, for I have known a sorrow such as yours and understand. On this Shabbat, we remember those taken most recently from our temple family in Shiva this week, David Weinberger. And we mark the anniversaries of death that fall on this Shabbat, the yahrzeits of Irene Cohen Abram, Ben J. Bauer, Marilyn Bialowski, Harry Breen, Chava Brunengraber, Ellen Cole, Solomon Kavich, Edith Cummins, Norman Cummins, Kevin Fader, Manuel Foreman, Harold Glickman, Louis Goodman, Cynthia Greenberg, Erwin I. Gross, Milton R. Haar, Patricia Ann Jerkash, Jesse G. Mahler, Ruth Har Mandel, Phyllis W. Margolius, Siegfried Metzger, David I. Natteris, Helen M. Reich, Leonore Cohen Rosewater, Abraham S. Rubenstein, Lillian G. Schaefer, Jerome G. Schwartz, Gladys Silverman, Jack Spiegelman, Abraham H. Weinstein, Clara E. Weider. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we turn to page 294 and join together in the mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Bialma Divra Kirute V'yamlich Malchute, B'chayechon Uvyamechon, Uvchaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Leolam Almei Almaya, Yit Barak V'yish Tabach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Ramam V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar V'yit Taleh V'yit Talal Shemei Dekudisha Berechu. Le'elam min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and give comfort to all who are bereaved. And let us say together, Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. It's my pleasure to ask Marjorie Mazo to come forward. Marjorie, you're going to have to walk kind of the long way, yeah? Marjorie is a member of our Board of Trustees and the chair of the Open Doors Committee, and she's going to share with us some announcements and greetings. And we're going to give you that microphone.
Shabbat Shalom. Give me a second to get my...
Nice and close to it.
We all have so much tech.
There we go. Sorry about that. Yes, I didn't have a printer, so I had to do email. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We appreciate those who've helped to create and add to the spirit of our service. This evening, we're grateful to our tech support, Jacob Rogers, and we're fortunate to have a dedicated staff, volunteers, and leadership here at Suburban Temple, Kol Ami, to enhance our Shabbat experience every week. There's always a lot going on, so a couple of quick things you heard briefly, but just to remind you, next Friday, November 19th, join us for Camp Shabbat. Come and learn about the amazing Jewish camp opportunities available for our temple kids and teens. Sing your favorite camp songs, live in your memories, and feel free to wear your camp shirt if you grew up at a Jewish camp. Also next weekend, Sunday, November 21st, we're having Shop for Hanukkah, Shop at Shul. We have many talented members and relatives of members who will be selling their work on November 21st starting at 12. So come see what special gifts you can purchase. One more thing, watch your listings for this. This will be coming as we get this put together. On December 4th at 5:30 p.m., we're having a West Side Gelt Together. Thank you, Alan Hazard, for the great title. It's going to be a brief Hanukkah celebration and Havdalah service at the LGBT Center in Gordon Square. open to anyone from the temple who's interested in joining us. And we also are using this as a first outreach opportunity to engage potential members as part of our Open Doors membership outreach. And I just want to mention, we're early in our development of some different membership outreach opportunities. We're hoping to have other events like this in with different groups, in partnership with different areas. If you know people who may be interested in Suburban Temple, I don't know where that came from, who may be interested in Suburban Temple, please have them contact one of our clergy members, or you can also have them contact me, or you can share their information with me and we'd be happy to reach out, or just to have knowledge and invite them to come to things. We really encourage you to invite people to join us. When we talk to members about what is important about our group, or about our temple, they always talk about the connections and the warmth and how welcoming this is. And we think that a lot of people don't know what a great place this is, and we want your help telling the story. Thank you.
Marjorie.
Thank you. Let me take that from you. Can I add a couple things? Just for fun. Am I going to get it right that it's this Sunday? This Sunday is Hike and Kibbutz, one of our gatherings, which is, if you haven't done it yet, you should watch for it because it's a lot of fun. And the Kol Nashim Book Club book has just been announced. It's called Lake on Fire. And the book club's coming up in December, but what you need to know is that the author is actually going to be on the book club Zoom. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is a unique opportunity to not only read the book and share it with your friends, but to also talk with the author about her book. So highly encourage you to start reading now, because it's on December 13th.
Thank you. Our closing song is Adon Olam,
It is.
and it's on page 320 something.
Oh my gosh. I'm so bad. I didn't give her
I
pages
usually,
for
I
any of
even
my
have
stuff.
little places to write down the pages. I really am sorry. Adon Olam is on page 320 something. 321. I was
Extra
close.
points. 321.
And for us at home, it is on your screen. Let's sing together.
Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yeh betifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora Hu haya ve'hu hoveh ve'hu yiyeh betifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora Hu haya ve'hu hoveh betifara Hu haya ve'hu hoveh betifara ve'hu haya ve'hu hoveh betifara.
Let's rise in body or in spirit for our benediction.
Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha vichu uneka.
May the light of God's presence shine upon all of you and all of us, and be gracious to us.
Yis Adonai panav elecha, ve'yasem lecha shalom, ve'yasem lecha shalom.
May God lift us up, and may God bring us shalom, peace, and wholeness. Amen.
Amen.
And let's share in a motzi. Those of you at home, please get your challah. And when we leave the sanctuary, there'll be challah waiting for us.
Yep, promise. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, we give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together, as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'te'avon.
Te'avon, which means bon appetit, and
And
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.